And good afternoon, South Louisiana. Joe DiGregorio checking in with you from Hathaway, Louisiana. So, looking at right now is uh, current weather, and we'll get into the cold weather event expected towards the end of the weekend and then the early next week here in a moment. But right now, what you're looking at is an overlay. Uh, the hot pink numbers there, uh, and I chose that color for clarity, just so you can see the things better. But those are your wind gusts right now, and some areas uh, getting a little bit higher gust than that. And I can tell you uh, here at the house, we've gotten a gust of 28. So, and these winds are out of the south, the surface winds out of the south, and whoop, wrong one here. Let's there we go. I'm in OBS there. I can't do what I want in OBS. I got to go to the software. So uh, you see this red line right here stretching down. That's your warm front, and we'll zoom out a little bit here. You can see the cold front off to our west here, and uh, coming down through Texas. And your green shade here and your white, your color coding here, the shade, the orange, black, white, and greens, that's your dew points at the surface there. And there's a dew point fill, if you will. And uh, we'll take away the wind gust and we're putting your dew points now. And you can see we got some moisture return. We got some low 60s dew points. Um, Nothing too bad. Uh, what I want to do real quick though is take away the wind. Let's declutter this a little bit, if you will. And um, what I'm also going to do here is take away the dew points. We'll go back to high res fill. Look at our mixed level cape. So hardly any instability out there, and same with the other. There's a little bit of instability up in the extreme north, around the Arklatex area here and around Houston, but um, nothing too disconcerting. Not expecting any severe weather, and we'll switch over here and we'll go to the model and let's take a look. I don't know why that was so far out, but um, take a look at what the HRRR model has to say here. And this is at 4 o'clock this afternoon. You can see a few showers breaking out in Acadiana here. And you can see the front start to come into the state, and as it moves east southeast, this will be 5 o'clock. And moving to 6 o'clock. It hasn't moved a whole lot, but you do see a line of showers and thunderstorms there starting to intensify a bit. And we'll actually zoom in here and see some isolated heavier stuff here through Jasper and over into Leesville and DeRidder, Fort Polk area towards Alexandria. And go to 7 p.m. This thing's going to be slow to move. Again, if the Euro verifies, I mean Euro, the HRRR verifies here, but such is the case with these things. So we'll go to 8 p.m. now, and you start to see a little bit of consolidation with the southern end and the main band of showers, and it's a very narrow band. So uh, when it comes through, it's not going to last very long in terms of rain or any thunderstorms. Again, we're not expecting any severe weather. And so you see the progression of it as we move through the hourly sequences here. We're at 9 p.m. You can see the over here to the left. I'll circle it for you here. There's your time frame right here, 9 p.m. So uh, you keep an eye on that, and as I go through each frame, and then you'll get an idea of what time in correlation with the future radar you're seeing here. So uh, let's move to 10 p.m. and basically the line consolidates, and uh, again, I'm not going to rule out. Whoop, I'm not going to rule out a rumble of thunder or two here and there. Uh, but again, any severe weather is not expected. So at this point, and we get into 11 p.m. there in the witching hour there, as we close into midnight. And you see this stuff is already through most of southwest Louisiana, uh, slipping just past Jennings through Evangeline, Egan, down through Lake Arthur, and over into Acadiana through Lafayette, heading eastward over into Irwinville, Livonia, up through Slaughter, Jackson, uh, Norwood, and starting to get into Tangipahoa Parish there. So we'll go into midnight now, and you start to see some back building on the back side of this. And again, we'll put P-typing, precipitation typing in on this here, and you can see there's no wintry weather involved with this at all. Otherwise, you'd be seeing it here. But this gives you a little better clarity, I guess, if you will, for aesthetics. Putting in precipitation typing here. So it's a narrow band of showers, moderate to maybe heavy rainfall. It'll be brief. Uh, you may pick up anywhere from a tenth to a quarter of an inch with this as it slides through. Uh, I'll keep an eye on the rain gauge here and see what it says. But at this point, uh, probably nothing under half. I mean, nothing over a half an inch, unless this thing, slows down a bit. Then you may see, up to a half inch as it slides through. But again, nothing to be concerned about. Um, not looking at anything severe. So enjoy the peace of mind with that. So let's move on now. We'll go to 1 a.m. as we get into Friday morning here. And you see the main band here starts to lose some of its intensity. Excuse me. And you see these little clusters here continuing on the back side. That prefrontal band there. And 2 o'clock starting to weaken. You see the intensity weakening, and the line itself, that narrow band, starting to break apart, and this back end here is kind of holding together. Still a broken band as well. So we've got dual bands here moving through. Now we'll take a look at 3 a.m. and you can see it's pretty much going poof, and just going to be light stuff at that point. At 4 a.m., still some lingering shower activity across southeast Louisiana. Here in southwest Louisiana, if this verifies, we're done with any kind of precipitation. So that's pretty much the gist of it for right now. I'll clear this out, and I'm going to go over to see if I have it set up here. Yeah, okay. So Just want to bring your attention here in parts of Acadiana and southwest Louisiana. This is a wind advisory that's in effect until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And uh, wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour expected. Um, you could see a little bit stronger winds than that. Uh, and impacts, gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down, and a few power outages may result. So, uh, other than that, that's the only advisory we got going on right now, and don't see anything else concerning this front today. We'll have another front slide through here in a few days, but other than that, no severe weather is expected, and we'll turn this off and we'll see what the SPC has to say, and nothing doing. So we'll go to day 2. Break it down and do just the whole country here. Day 3, general thunderstorms here along the Florida Peninsula. Other than that, nada. So, and this is a live look at radar right now here. You see the big snows up here in the upper Midwest there, and through the upper Mississippi, central Mississippi Valley and Ohio Valley here. Uh, you see that area of low pressure here. It's actually probably about here right now. So we'll take a look at day 4. Nothing. Day 5. Nada. Day 6. Nada. Day 7. Nada. And day 8. Nada. Now, the new Euro, run of the Euros coming in. That information is beginning to come in. And before we get to that, I'm going to show you the morning run of the GFS. So let's ditch Weather Studio, and here's the change that we're looking at here. So this is your ice storm. This is where it's expected to set up at this point. Now, as you can see, the location has changed. It's shifted way north and along the Arklatex region and in the Mississippi. So that's a bit of good news. Now, whether this trend holds or not, we'll have to wait and see. The one thing that has been consistent is showing that it's going to happen. So somebody somewhere is going to have a good bit of ice to deal with. And as far as snow, here's your snow outlook. So at this point, very little snow. This would be tagged as an ice storm, um, if you will. And so the only consistency on the GFS is that it's showing that it continues to show that it's going to happen. The only inconsistency at this point, or two inconsistencies, is now amount and location. So again, understand, we're way out from this event actually happening, and we're about a week out now, 7, 8, 9 days. So you have to take this with a grain of salt at this point, but not be complacent, because the GFS has been locked onto this thing happening for some time now, and given that, you can't just ignore it, because it's not a one run and done. type of thing. So it's not depicting a ghost storm, if you will. It is picking up on something significant that may occur, and that confidence continues to increase. And so we'll take a look. Let's see, this is a Saturday, actually Friday the 12th at 6. So let's take a look at what the GFS, uh, this latest run of the GFS is saying in terms of temperatures. And you see most everybody's in the 30s. You see some 40s down here. And this is Friday, 6 p.m. Friday, be a week from tomorrow. And again, take it with a grain of salt because you know we're still 8 days out from this. But as we move through the time frame, temperatures have been fairly consistent with the 30s. I will give it that. And as we roll through the timeline here, um, what's happening is it looks like the GFS is once again backed off on the timing of this and brings this stuff in a little bit slower. So this will be your 6 a.m. Saturday morning, February 13th, wake up weather. Uh, Below freezing the central part of the state northward, and in the low to mid 30s and low 40s point south. So, and we warm up basically in the 40s here across South Louisiana during the day on Saturday. And as we continue to scroll through, uh, we'll see midnight Sunday morning, uh, freeze line starts to drop down, and as you wake up weather Sunday morning, uh, the blue freeze line is well into South Louisiana, predominantly in Southwest Louisiana and Acadiana, and northwestern sections of Southeast Louisiana across the upper Florida parishes here and into Mississippi. Uh, but wait, there's more. So we're going to scroll through this here, and this will be 6 p.m. on Saturday, and a lot of areas are already at below freezing. So we don't really warm up that much on Saturday, and then we get to Monday morning. Bam. So look at how close these teens are, folks. I mean, right along the border, Alexandria, 19, uh, Fort Polk, the Ritter area, 18. Uh, these teens come way down, and so I showed you that earlier in a previous video. Uh, with the teens, but the time frame was different. I believe it was showing Saturday, and then we went into Sunday, so it's backing off the time uh, a bit, so that this event is going to occur slower in time than you know what was previously forecast. And that's again, that's typical. As we move forward in time and get closer to showtime, the models begin, to refine themselves a bit more as more data comes in, and this stuff kind of, the models get a better handle on what's likely to happen. And again, that bitterly cold air is, folks, it's not far off. And you can see Monroe, 8 degrees. Uh, Texarkana, -1. These aren't wind chills, folks. These are actual air temperatures. Uh, Dallas, Fort Worth 17. Uh, just in the north of there, you see these negative numbers. Folks, we don't need that down here. But there it is, nevertheless. So, you know, GFS has had a pretty solid grasp on this and from the get-go. And uh, I don't know what else to tell you other than buckle up, get ready for some super cold air. The coldest of the season is coming. Um, we're going to Monday afternoon, and we warm back up. This will be 6 p.m. Monday, and uh, we warm up above freezing, but not by much. And this is 6 p.m., so temperatures will have fallen by a few degrees at this point. So, uh, some places may hit, in the 40s or very low 40s um, before temperatures start to fall. But Monday night, midnight Monday, guess what happens? Oh no, I'm sorry. We're doing okay. Once you start get past a certain point on the GFS, it goes from 6 hours to 12 hours. So this is your wake up Tuesday morning, and you see the bitterly cold air retreats a bit, and uh, not as cold, but down here we're still in the 20s. Uh, so if this were to verify at this point, not saying it will, but if it does, then expect 2 days of probably hard freezes. That would be Sunday and Monday, or Monday and Tuesday morning rather, and um, so we'll punch this forward a bit here, and this will be 6 p.m. on Tuesday, and we start to see a return flow from the Gulf, and everybody's warming up nicely. Uh, and then we get in Wednesday morning, wake up, and we're about 10 degrees warmer. Uh, so uh, that's fine with me. So again, this isn't going to be an extended period of super cold uh, air, but those 2 nights could potentially cause some problems, especially if you have to get out there and drive uh, pre-dawn hours to head to work or what have you. Um, be very cautious and mindful of black ice. Uh, they got a lot of roads that go over these canals and what have you. Uh, that moisture rising up from the water, and you get that moisture building into the concrete, and you get that glaze of black ice on top. You can't see it. Um, be mindful. Um, so this has the potential to be, a road hazard event at this time. Uh, Depending on if and where the ice storm does happen, uh, that could be an issue as well. So, um, again, you know, continue to pay attention to further updates, and uh, at some point, TV meteorologists are going to start discussing this, and uh, I've seen some of their model runs. They're not showing it as cold and what have you. They use a different model, and their algorithms are different. So, and a lot of times those model runs bust more often than I like to see. So, um, it is what it is. Um, Nevertheless, I'm giving you additional information to take a look at. and we're going to go look at the euro here in a minute, see how far it's resolved. 12 Zulu. For some reason, it takes forever to get the euro data to come out here. So it's probably Europe screwing with the United States. You know how that goes. We're the last to get everything from those guys, but they got to have everything snap, snap from us. You know how that goes. So, um, that's the gist of the cold weather event as far as the GFS is concerned. Uh, let's go over to the euro, and it's only out to 108 hours, so 114 now. So it'll be Tuesday the 9th. So we're not quite there yet. I really can't see what's coming until we get out to uh, the weekend, at least Thursday or Friday, and see what's changed with it. But uh, that's going to take it probably about 10 more minutes or so, and I don't want to waste your time on that. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably just post those graphics as static images once they come out here in about 15 minutes. Probably about the time that I get this thing uploaded to YouTube and then posted to the page, the euro will be caught up. So um, it'll probably be back-to-back postings. So just keep an eye out for that. Uh, give a quick shout out to individual with the initials of MC. Thanks for that. Uh, you know who you are and what you did overnight. That's greatly appreciated. Or this morning, whenever you sent it, greatly appreciated. Uh, so uh, we're now into 120 hours. Well, my sinuses are crazy today. Um, so what we're looking at here is your wake up Tuesday, this coming Tuesday morning. So not too bad. Um, I guess we can stick around for a few minutes and see just how fast this data gets loaded up here. Um, while we're waiting on that, let's see. Let's see what Canada stuff is telling us here. Let's go out to. This will be Thursday midnight. So you're looking at the Canadian model now, and um, again, you see the differences in the various models and what they're forecasting, and basically, you know, when you crunch numbers and you look at these models, then it's basically finding a blend or the sweet spot between the models. And uh, I hate crunching numbers. I hate math, but it's part of the territory. So uh, it is what it is. But as you can see, this will be your wake up Thursday morning. Um, let's see what it shows. Nada, no snow. Precipitation type and rate. And there's your 540 line across the upper part of the state there. And down here in the Gulf, you see potentially surface load trying to spin up down there, and that ejects. And again, where that surface load spins up and ejects off, that trajectory is going to play a very large part in the overall weather scenario uh, with this ice storm or winter event, if you will, uh, how that's going to play out. So let's go to 180 and this will be Friday midnight. We go to Friday morning, wake up. Actually, this is let's see, 6 a.m. This is midnight. There we go. So this is interesting, and this is also the latest run of the Canadian model. So um, again, look, folks, it is what it is. But uh, the Canadian saying what the GFS was saying for the last several days. Now, again, model trends, consistency. So at this point, the Canadian model, I gotta admit, I don't keep an eye on it that often, but in this case, uh, just doing some ad libbing with it, and I'm actually surprised that it's showing what it's showing here. So, especially with the 540 line across the northern part of the state, but there it is. So, this would be Friday, 6 a.m. Friday. Um, that's sleet and freezing rain there, folks. That's not a good sign. So, uh, what does this mean? It means I got another model to keep an eye on and see what its trend shows. And actually, you know what? Uh, we can look at that right now. Let's look at the model trend. It's the model trend loop, and we'll slow it down here a little bit. Let's put this into motion. We'll slow it down a little more. I gotta give good folks at Pivotal Weather a huge shout out. You guys rock. Period. Uh, it's all courtesy of Pivotal Weather, and uh, so this is crazy. Um, so this is over the last 2 days. Um, you know, the model trends over the last 2 days. I gotta tell you, you know, if we want to delve into this further, the euro is still at 132 hours, so we're not there yet. But we can do the same thing with the GFS, and we'll slow the loop speed down so it doesn't run as fast. And this would be from the first 6 p.m. on the first until now. Uh, let's take a look, and we'll see. So that was weird. So it's not showing all of the model runs at that point. At this point, um, it's only highlighting some of the runs. It actually looks like you saw what I saw last night, and this is actually future radar here. So um, let's table this for a second and let's go to the freezing rain here. So let's take a look and see how the trend went with the freezing rain, the ice storm. So it starts over way in Arkansas and then comes down across South Louisiana. You see that trend, and now it's lifted back up. So, uh, we had some run-to-run consistency up until this morning's 12 Zulu run. So, um, again, this thing is locked on to something, and location and how much is going to be the key at this point. I said that earlier. Um, Ice scares me. Snow, no. Ice, yeah. That's like standing in the face of an EF5 tornado and shooting at the middle finger. And, as your last act of defiance towards Mother Nature. And you almost certainly lose every time. So, um, yeah, ice is bad. Um, that causes way too many issues. And uh, so the last sequence, which would be the 12 Zulu run, this morning's 12 Zulu run, there it is right there up through the Arklatex. If that trend continues versus shifting further south, then I'm going to start to breathe a little collective sigh of relief. Um, but at this point, there's still a lot of uncertainties. Uh, it may or may not happen down here. Um, I'm not going to say it will, but I'm not taking anything off the table at this point either. Uh, not with the uncertainties and the timing and the models. There's just too many variables at play. We know the cold air is coming. We know the surface low is going to spin up in the Gulf. Uh, where's that cold air going to be when that low spins up, and what is its trajectory going to be? Um, that's going to be the key uh, as we move forward. So uh, this has the potential to be uh, anything from a Freddy Krueger nightmare to, you know, a collective sigh of relief at nothing happening for South Louisiana. So at this point, can't really, you know, when I do these long ranges, I always stress, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but stay aware and be prepared. Especially when you've gotten some, run to run consistency of an event happening, but the location and the timing is still in question, and therein lies the problem. So as we move forward and the models start to get a better handle on this, then uh, we will get a clearer picture of what we're likely to see. And um, what I want to do is see how far we are with the GF or the Euro here. Let's switch over to the Euro real quick and see where we're at. Let's see, model trend loop. Let's go to single image here, and we're at 162 hours. This will be Thursday. So, and snow depth. I don't want snow depth. Precipitation type rate. So this now the brand new Euro uh, coming out here, and uh, it's brand new data. We're starting to see, some moisture already encroaching here in South Louisiana and certainly over here in southeast Texas. Uh, this would be 06 Zulu on Thursday morning. That would be midnight. So let's take a look at temperatures. So we're good. We're good on temperatures. So we got 168 hours out now, and we're still good on temps. Um, anything, any precipitation falling at this point is uh, just cold rain. And but you see up here across Louisiana Arkansas border, uh, there's your freezing rain starting to develop, uh, and you've got your mix over here in Texas and in northern Mississippi there. So if this is where this sets up at uh, across the northern part of the state, we should be good here in South Louisiana. And any precip that falls is just going to be cold precip. It would be flu weather. Well, actually, where the hell is the flu? Has anybody gotten the flu this year, or has it just been eradicated? Uh, I mean, did it mysteriously disappear, or what? Um, that's odd. All you hear is the CCP virus, but nothing about the flu. You know, we're dead smack in the middle of flu season, folks. So where the hell is the flu? So just another talking point there, something that kind of makes you wonder. Like the old Arsenio Hall show, those of you that are my age and remember Arsenio, things that make you go, hmm. So, and that's science and other things involved with that. But let's move along now. We've got next frame loaded here. This will be noon on Thursday the 11th. So still cold rain falling here across the state. Still a little bit of a mix up here across the northern part of the state. But the issue is here over in Texas. And uh, that's going to be the key. Um, I sure wish that this would resolve a lot faster because we're getting into 18 Zulu now, and this is uh, actually we're getting in 19 Zulu hours. So why in the hell is it taking so long to get the 12 Zulu of the Euro resolved here? That's crazy. Um, I don't know if that's in seep or what, but that's not good. But to have that much of a delay in between, so and it may be something to do with who knows, but um, I'm just trying to ad lib a little bit here, folks, to give this thing time to resolve all of its frames, so we can get a look at the all of the data here, because we're starting to get into the game day here as far as this event's concerned, and um, at this point, um, let's go take a look at. We can't even see ice, but I really wish it would give us some ice accumulations, but it is what it is. So there's your snowfall thus far, and again, not expecting any. You may see a few flakes, but uh, this thing begins to ramp up. This will be 6 p.m. on Thursday, so we're starting to see the storm system ramp up. Uh, and I hate that it's taken this long. And I know a lot of you don't want to sit here and watch and listen to me mumble, but just bear with me. If you watch this long, then just bear with me. Um, this is important, potentially important, and potentially life-saving information. Uh, because this could happen anywhere from North Louisiana to South Louisiana at this point. And again, like I said, I'm not taking nothing off the table. I'm not putting everything up on the table either. You got to stay objective and see the bigger picture and understand, you know, it could happen anywhere at this point. And so, uh, you see the mix there in the northern part of the state. And again, what you're looking at here is future radar. So with precipitation typing, or P typing as we call it. It is what it is with that. Uh, we should get the 186 forecast here momentarily. There it is. So, wow. That's interesting. So, we've got freezing rain. And again, let me go look at the temperatures here. That's certainly possible. Now, your blue lines are freeze line. So, um, again, look, folks, as I said, you know, what's gonna what's gonna be the issue with this? How far south, how far north is it gonna be? So we're seeing some spread, with this, and that this is indicative of some very heavy freezing rain uh, coming through here from Natchez southwestward, potentially to Fort Polk, down through Marksville, Bunkie, Simpsport, those areas, Kinder, Oberlin, up there. I mean, it's just there's Jeff Davis Parish here where I'm at, so this isn't that far off, and uh, whether this is an accurate representation, who knows? You can't really pay attention to that line and say, okay, this is where it's going to be at. It could potentially be further south. So we've got the next frame that just loaded here, and there you go. Looky, looky. So again, this is the new euro. You're seeing the latest euro data, and this euro high res, in fact. So um, when a GFS is backed up on this, can't really. This does not show accumulations, but as far as freezing ice or sleet, accumulations. Um, but you can see that we're going to get something. And what I want to do, let's go look at the model trend here. So let's take you back in time to February the 2nd at 12 Zulu. So that would be 6 a.m. on the 2nd. So we've got a 2-day time span. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 5 frames, but it's not going to show you the whole picture, but you get a general idea. And let's go through the time frame here. And so we'll go through. Now we've got the 00 Zulu uh, time, and let's take a look and see. So even as far back, as we started to see this trend, and let's see, pair models, latest runs. So and we're looking at the comparison. This is the euro. Okay, here's your euro. Here's your Canadian. Your standard GFS legacy, and then the current GFS. So at this point, let's go back in time here. So again, euro, Canadian, legacy GFS, new GFS. So which one is right? So as you can see, there's still uh, a lot of uncertainty in this, but it gives you a general idea. Um, and look, folks, I don't sugarcoat it. I show it to you. I show you the data straight up. There it is. And this is Friday at noon, and this stuff is still here. And then by 6 p.m., it's out of here. That dry air shunts in and ejects that stuff out of here. So, which one is right? Which one is wrong? None of neither. Maybe all. At this point, there's still a lot of uncertainty. It's good to pay attention and keep that awareness level up. Um, a lot of people go with the euro, and this here is looking. Let's see, this will be 6 p.m. Friday. So if the euro verifies on Friday, or no, this will be Saturday. Yeah, Friday the 12th at 6 p.m. If this were to verify, we're already in the low to uh, mid to upper 20s already. So at this stage, I'm not going to say the models are all over the place. There is some inconsistency in timing and location, but nevertheless, something is coming, and that's what you need to be focused on. Something is coming. Exactly what, when, and how bad, if at all, is what you need to be focused on. Stay on top of this. At some point, again, the TV meteorologists are going to start talking uh, about this and raising some of the awareness level from their end. Um, I've been on this, what, 4 days now. So, I walk you through each step as I've done these videos, and um, try to give you the best information, the accurate information as far as actual data coming in with the models, so you can see, you know, this isn't my own model and not my own forecast. I'm showing you exactly what the models say, and I'm not giving you a forecast or anything. I'm telling you, it may or it may not happen, but we know the cold air is coming. That's a fact, and prepare. Uh, get your stuff done and be ready. Uh, we'll work ahead in time here. This will be midnight Saturday, Friday night, Saturday morning. Uh, Temperatures are falling down in the low to mid 20s now. Uh, Upper 20s across extreme southeast Louisiana, 29 in New Orleans. So uh, you have water fountains outside. Probably going to have some picturesque opportunities as that water freezes. Um, you'll have to catch it early at daybreak before stuff starts to melt. But uh, it should present some exciting opportunities for pictures. Now, what I will say is uh, protect your pipes, your water pipes. If you cannot protect them, bottled water and turn your water off at the mains. And if you can't do that, then uh, you're gonna have to run your faucets and pray to God that you don't get any busted pipes or anything frozen. Uh, I know what we're planning to do here, since we're on pipes, PVC pipes. Campers and mobile homes. Those of you that live in those type of structures know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not going to be a pleasant ride. So uh, it's be almost reminiscent of 2017. So uh, get ready for it, and uh, let's go forward in time here. Uh, let's see. This is so Saturday morning wake up. There's your Euro. You're in the teens. Baton Rouge 18, Lafayette 18, Lake Charles 22, Alexandria 17, Macomb 15, Natchez 14, Monroe 14, Shreveport 18, uh, Jackson, Mississippi 11 degrees. So, you know, how accurate, again, it's just a model, but the actual truth is somewhere going to be in between. So we've got a spread in there, and as we get closer, these models have become better refined in their forecasting, and that we start to get a more detailed and better picture of when and where and to what extent uh, anything happens. So um, I guess that's going to do it for this. I originally intended to put this up at noon, just do a short video and then uh, do something for noon out later in the day, with some static images. But running my mouth here, I guess I do a good job at ad-libbing and mumbling and bumbling, but there it is. You've got the information at hand. I've shown you all of the major models there that go out this far. So again, get ready for the cold at this point. Um, Ice storm is still a possibility. Not going to say definitively it will happen, but I'm not going to rule it out either. Not right now. So there you have it, folks. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end live, and uh, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. Remember to here on YouTube, smash that thumbs up like button, subscribe, uh, click that little bell for all notifications, and share. And on Facebook, on the page, click that like button, share it. And in the groups you can't share. The Southeast and Southwest groups, the security privacy settings don't allow you to share from the group. So you have to share straight from the YouTube or from the Southwest page itself. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. Senior forecaster Joe DeGregorio, Southwest Louisiana weather. See ya.